Let me see here, because I want to. Let me look at this. Okay, that's the green screen. Page. Image overlays. Okay. Think we're good. Yeah, we should be live then. All
We're
right.
live.
Yeah, right on. Oh man, what a day it's been, Palace fans. Welcome to the live match reaction show. I'm one of your gracious hosts, T, and I got my man Stan with me here today, and Stan's buzzing just as much as
How you doing?
I am. Hope to have Patrick join us soon. First and foremost, to those that are tuning in right now, looks like we got about 30, and the chat was going well before we even started and went live. Shout out to everybody out there that's taking part in the chat, putting all your thoughts and things out there. We want you all to know that we want you to be involved here today. I'm going to put this link in the chat for you all to where you can feel free to come on with us, talk about your thoughts, what you saw, especially those that may have been at the game live. I mean, that'll be huge to hear from you all about. So, first of all, Stan, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. Just give me your initial thoughts about what you saw today on the pitch from Palace.
I'm just going to start with one thing. I wanna be Edward. I wanna be Edward.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
over on this side of the Atlantic, it's not even 10 a.m. and I
Nope.
feel like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I feel like, you know what? What a performance. Honestly, I was on a Spurs fan channel yesterday, having a good discussion with them, and I thought we'd won one. I thought they had a few injuries, a few players missing, but they still got decent players. I was worried about the Lucas Moures and the Kanes of this world. But man, that was from start to finish. Absolutely nailed it. Vieira set them up so well. And if you think about it, Mitchell, he's had what a game he had. He had their winger. He had him in his pocket. Wood on the other side, brilliant. Both of them bombing forward as well. Put a ball in the box. I'll even give it to Ayew. He was all right today. I mean, his delivery wasn't great, but he did his job so well. Conor Gallagher, mate. How much?
I just don't know how somebody is that in shape. Like,
he's young, but he's just. And like, I'll be honest with you, like the two centre backs as well. Wilf, I mean, don't even get me started on him. I mean, what a do you know what I mean? Apparently, he don't want to be here. His attitude stinks. Like, honestly, the filth that was going on, the passing, the taking down of the balls from all the players. Even when Luca came on, do you see his ball to Elise for the third goal?
A great ball, and Elise did, like you said earlier, he had a great cut in too. Like,
yeah, I just it's refreshing to watch. It's been refreshing to watch the past couple of games from Brentford onwards. It's been like, I mean, Chelsea was Chelsea, but like Hodgson, just like I don't know what we were doing. Like, and then obviously Odsonne Edouard comes on for his debut.
4 goals in the Premier League. Any more questions?
Yeah, there he goes. He's going to need a few. Commentator went, "Oh, he's going to need a few games to get used to the English game." Yeah, 2 touches, 28 seconds. You know what I mean? So, mate, he's absolutely brilliant.
100%, 100%. Hasn't missed a shot yet. Let's just say everything's going into the back of the net. I mean, it from such a fan perspective, man. I think that's the performance that we've all been waiting for from our team.
100%.
I mean, granted, and let me preface this and be honest and be realistic. Did Tottenham come in with injuries and without key players? Yes, absolutely. Did they go a man down? Yes, absolutely. Did we do what we were supposed to do from minute one to full time in that game to win it and be
100%.
dominant? 100%.
100%.
Because even before Tottenham went down a man, we were dominant.
Yeah, we were all over them.
And that's just the honesty of it.
Like,
it's all down the style of play.
They could not get a grip. Like Tottenham, they couldn't get a grip. I'm telling you, like Wilf, okay, for that Japhet Tanganga, the first booking, he used his experience. Tanganga clotheslined him, took him out, right? And then obviously, like, he used his experience. You know, like a top player, like we were talking about this before, like he has the ability to shithouse. Do you know what I mean? He properly got in Tanganga's head, riled up, adrenaline pumping. 2 minutes later, Tanganga goes in 2-footed, late, boom, see you later. That's it. Get the game's in our hands, and the rest is history. Apparently, he don't want to be here, mate. That's what I'm hearing. Apparently, he don't want to be here. Apparently, he wants out. He's not happy.
One foot out the door.
Yeah, I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. The other thing I'm going to say is, to all the pundits and to all these armchair supporters that are writing us off, they've got this agenda against Vieira, and we know where the agenda against Vieira is coming from. We've spoken about it before. Do you know what I mean? Like, we know where the agenda is coming. I don't want to hear nothing from any of these people. I don't want to freaking hear it, mate. He's the Palace manager, and he's here to stay. He's what we've needed for years.
Mm-hmm. He really is. He really is, because he has brought something to us in terms of style of play, in terms of mentality.
Yeah, and honestly, I apologise in advance if there's kids watching this or whatever, but all these pundits on TalkSport, the Jamie O'Hara's, the Jason Cundys, that Donny over here, Brendan Dunlop, cussing him, calling him the Frank de Boer 2.0, sending us down. You know what? Fuck off, mate. Yeah? This is Palace. This is the benchmark today, mate. This is the benchmark performance, and it's only going to get better. I'm telling you that now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Pat, man, like, first of all, I want to put this out to everybody right now.
Apologize for trying to keep me off the show. Apologize first.
Apologize?
Keep me off the show. You gave me the wrong link, man. Come on, man. You keep me off the show.
I gave you the right link. No, I clicked the link to make sure. No. All props to Pat. Eagle Palace Nation, listen to this. Yesterday, in our chats, we're and even on preview shows earlier this week, Patrick said 3-0 Palace.
Yes, I did.
You did say that.
DR,
go back and clip it. Go and clip it from the last show. Clip it.
YouTube it. Because DR was like, "Are you crazy? Are you serious?" And you were
I picked the goal scorers. I said Zaha, Benteke, Edouard. All right, Benteke didn't score. I apologize.
Sorry. Plus two for Edouard.
Yeah, exactly.
Just you're what is it? What do they call an oracle? I guess you just.
Listen, man. It was that performance that I didn't get a chance to listen. I was trying to log on. Was absolutely perfection. I have not enjoyed watching Palace like that in years. I'm telling you right now, and I heard said at the end just now about the pundits. I don't care about them. What a performance! From first half to second half, it just built. Wilf was brilliant. Edouard, 2-3 touches, first goal. Mitchell was great. Gallagher was great. Luka, when he came on, played really well. Maka, through the team. Guaita had nothing to do. Against Spurs, he had nothing to do. I mean, Anderson and Guehi. Just before he got on Elise at the end. Listen, I've been saying it all along, and Stan will back me up. Trust the process. Viva la Revolution. Back Vieira, and I'm telling you right now, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Today was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic.
So,
but that is the benchmark. That's what I'm saying. That is the benchmark for performances. It should be going forward.
Yes, agree.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, before you come on, Patrick, as well, we were just saying about. Have you seen like how they play in like triangles as well? So one of them's got the ball, two either side, boom, boom, boom. We didn't do that under Roy Hodgson. And I even saw today, like Wilf, when he went forward, the ball went away from him, was going out for a throw-in. He's come across, he's blocked the player to get the throw-in. We never did that last year. Right. We never did it. And Patrick Vieira has got them playing proper football. It's amazing.
All right, so I have a brother. I have three brothers, all live in England. One's a Man U fan. He never calls me. Edward scored the third goal. He calls me on the phone. He called me just now, and he said, "I can't believe how good Palace are playing." I said, "That's how teams play in the 2000s. We don't play like Hodgson ball. Team play, Stan, with triangles. You knock the ball around. You high press. That's modern day football. We were in the dark ages for years. But watch United today. Watch City. That's how you play. You may not
That's
be
how
as
you
good as
play.
those teams. But that's how you play.
That's how
Listen,
you
man, I'm
play.
loving it. I love it. It's been great. Just great. Great day. Great day.
I'm in such a good mood. I woke all my neighbours up probably. Honestly, like
Oh, bro,
it's
like,
it's what
I'm,
10. It's just hit 10 o'clock. I'm still on the coffee. I might have to pour the Baileys in this in a minute.
oh my, like, not even kidding you guys. Like, I'm downstairs watching. Mind you, it's 7 a.m. here, 7:30 a.m. Wolf scores the first one. I'm watching with my son. My son's like 1, and he's actually loving watching. So this is the first time I watched the game with him.
That's
He's
great.
sitting there
That's great.
watching. We scored a goal. I'm throwing him up in the air, going crazy, yelling. My wife's banging on the ceiling because I'm making too much damn noise. It's
Right.
like, oh man, it was.
I love it, mate. I love it.
That is what you want
Brilliant.
from this, man. Like,
Absolutely.
Edward scores a goal, and my son's like this.
Oh my
Like,
God.
yes. It's just it felt good, man. But
But you know what? Going to that goal real quick. What composure in the box. We've never had that. Listen, I love Benteke. I mean, that's Ian Wright style. He gets the ball in the box, first touch control, second shot score, and just plays it in the corner past a world-class goalkeeper. I mean, I'm telling you, I know I made the prediction about 20 goals this season. We talk about that in the show, Stan?
Mhm.
He's going to get
Yep.
20 this year. I'm telling you, he's going to get 20. He is
Well,
he is just the consummate striker. He just is.
He can finish.
Yes.
He showed
Yes.
that today. Because you know that like when it rolls in the bottom corner, that's like a Glenn Murray style. You know, like
Exactly.
Because that's
Yep.
ball
shot's not-
placement. It's not about how hard you shoot the ball. It's where the
Yeah.
ball being put.
I will say though, credit to Benteke today. He was decent. He held
Yes.
it up. He did his
Work
job.
hard. Yep.
Worked really, really hard. He's
Yep.
going to play a lot this year. He's going to play a big part. So I don't want people
Yeah, I mean, 'cause
writing
Yep.
him off or anything like that. You know.
I agree.
No shade, no sliding to be
No.
because
To
he
no one
played
today.
a-
No one.
Played a solid game.
Yep.
He played a solid game. It's just, to be cliche, it's levels to this.
Yeah.
Levels. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it. Like, when you get a guy out there who is a true striker, a true scorer, who when the ball is at his
Finisher.
feet, when the
End
ball's
of.
at
Yeah.
his feet,
Yep.
he will finish for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a difference. But like the one thing I see, and I want to let's just go across the board. Each one of us talk about
Sure.
something that we see in this team that's such an improvement from even earlier this season to last season. For me, it's the fact that this style of play helps Wilf not be focused on the way he has in the past.
Yes.
With the way that we move the ball, with the way that we have guys like Conor Gallagher bombing forward, and the way that our two fullbacks play up, teams can't double and triple Wilf the same way because now Wilf has outlets. And he has guys that are threats that are coming into areas of the pitch that make us such a more dangerous team.
100%.
If there's something that I see from this style of play, other than, of course, our increased possession and our ability to move football, the one thing that I appreciate the most, and I know Wilf appreciates, is the fact that he has so much more freedom to play the game because now he's not that same talismanic focal point that he was for the past 3 years.
I tell you what, though, T, he was the best player on the pitch today.
Yes, he was.
He was like, I get what you mean, talisman, and I even give it to Ayu. Obviously, you guys know I don't rate him. He was good today.
He was. Hey!
This is the newest Palace fan who was going crazy the whole time.
Come on.
Good.
Love that. Yeah, and as far as like style of play, what I'm liking also is playing out the back. It's not perfect yet, but you can just get more comfortable with it. Look how better Mitchell was today playing out the back. Anderson Gray, he already there, and even Ward today. I mean, Ward, I just like. And then they're looking for people like Maka dropping deep. Kuyate, by the way, before he went off, I thought he played really well today. But Luka came on, spreading, pinging balls around, 50-yard balls at the end. But I mean, so much to like. But again, just to hit on it, man. The style of play is so much better, and we are adjusting it to it so much quicker than I thought. And again, we haven't seen Elise obviously a lot. We haven't seen Eze in there yet to take more pressure off of Wilf, and we haven't seen Edwards starting. I mean, the future looks so bright. I mean, I'm just so pumped, and like you said, I'm just like everybody else. Unbelievable result today. Really was brilliant. Really was.
I just thought that we played them off the park. When was the last time you saw a decent team come to sell us?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. They had a few players.
Right.
They had
exactly.
a few players missing, but they've got
Yeah.
arguably the best number 9 in the world. I think Lewandowski's a bit better than him personally, but that's because I'm Polish. But yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
No,
but
like honestly, when you watch the way that we played, like because this is what I was saying this Patrick to Stan earlier, before we actually started. It's like it's one thing to get a clean sheet. I mean, you
Right.
can get a clean sheet and have a team just miss a ton of opportunities.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can get a clean sheet just off good fortune. No, this was not just a clean sheet. This was a clean sweep. Like we shut them down. Like
yeah, you know what? Sorry, Patrick. I just chime in quickly here.
Go ahead.
You know what I said as well? Towards the end, when it was 2-0, they were like properly passing it around the back, and there were Spurs players breaking them, trying to chase them down. And the lads on the Discord, because we were watching it with the CPFC Canada crew, and they were like, "No, don't do that, don't do that." I was like, "Relax,
No, that's all
it's
right.
not Roy Hodgson. Like we can do this now."
Exactly. And then just go back to the stats real quick. Possession, Palace 62%, Spurs 38%. Expected goals,
what?
Palace 3.20, Spurs 0.09. Total shots, I know we had the extra man obviously. 18 for Palace, 2 for Spurs. Chances created 12 for Palace, 2 for Spurs. Big chances obviously 4 for Palace, none for Spurs. Accurate passes. Again, I complain all the time last year about how bad we passed the ball. Palace 404 accurate passes, Spurs 226. Pass to sex rate, Palace 83%, Spurs 74%. Corners, which I think is we got to work on, but more. 8 corners for Palace, 2 for Spurs. Dominated from start to finish every stat. It's ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. Unlike Palace I've ever seen in my life. It really is.
This is the most complete performance I've seen probably since 5-0 Leicester at home.
Yes, there you go. Brilliant. Yeah, the end of the season with when we had Loftus Cheek. Yep, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And that was one of those games where it's the end of the season.
Exactly right.
And Roy finally decided to let us play a little bit more.
Let the dogs loose. Yep.
And then we as fans are like, oh my God, look what we can do. We play expansive. We can't wait until next season because maybe he'll start letting us do this again. And then we basically get thrown back into purgatory.
And then it was living hell for the next 2.5 years, wasn't it?
Yeah. But hey,
3 years.
We're watching today, right now, guys, we have 73 people that are tuning in live. I think that's probably by far the highest we've had so far with the
brilliant. Appreciate it.
We appreciate each and every one of you all that are tuning in today, right now. And we get a great response even after we've done the recordings. We put it on the YouTube. But for anybody out there that's interested in joining in, the link is in the chat to join in, share your thoughts, especially anybody that was at the grounds today that had a chance to watch the game. Fellas,
can I just sorry to go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I just want to put another stat in. So Brentford,
right.
West Ham,
right.
Spurs,
right.
They all had 100% records coming into games against us.
Yeah.
So they played Palace.
All of them.
Yeah.
So that's so I just want to put out some numbers for people that make this game even more significant for not just the club, but some of our individual players and all that. Okay, so they said that with the London Derby, this is our first time beating Tottenham in, I believe, 12
13.
matches.
Yeah, we had 13th game exactly. Yep.
This is Wilf's first goal
against Spurs.
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
Okay. We are now 3 matches unbeaten out of 4 played games.
Brilliant, yeah.
I can't explain the feeling.
I've got a nosebleed, mate. I've got a nosebleed.
Like I can't like just me saying those things to you
right
now. and knowing what we just did in the performance, I can't explain the feeling that I have inside to be able to say these things as a Palace fan. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um. So
Paddy Power just posted RIP to Tottenham's title challenge.
There you go. Exactly. That's hilarious. Yeah. Brilliant.
one thing I want to do, and this is mostly because of the fact that today was the first time that we really got to see almost all of our new acquisitions on the pitch outside of I think
Right.
you pretty much.
Right. Houston
So
get
let's
on.
go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's go new player by new player and just let's talk a little bit about each one. So let's start with Mark Gay. For me, he's a rock, man. He is a rock, bro. Like I just love everything about the dude. His composure, his ability to shield Guaita. There was one play in particular where the ball kind of got over the top a little bit, and I think it was between him and Lucas Moura going towards the goal line, and he
Yeah,
just
yeah, 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 yeah.
bullied oh man, he bullied him all the way out of
Right.
bounds, and
How old is he? He's 19.
he's
No,
like
he's
20.
he's he's same age as Gallagher. They play in the same World Cup team. The same age as
Yeah.
yeah. So he's gonna be 21 now. He's 21.
Okay.
2021.
He's
Yeah, 21.
dude.
Yeah.
He's 21, and he's playing with the maturity of John Stones.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's different levels. Yeah. I thought great. And again, I could step over now to the other player, Anderson. Again, as a partnership, they're just very, very solid. I mean, I know we gave 2 goals up against West Ham, but we had a clean sheet against Brentford, and I thought they both played well in that game. I mean, now look at it now. Talk about real quickly. Fortress Selhurst Park, 2 matches at home, no 0 goals conceded. That's how it should be for Palace, right? Get those points
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home, and build those clean sheets, and same it. But again, Anderson and Guehi as a tandem, I'm absolutely
Yeah.
loving it. Ball playing centre halves who can ping balls. They've just been brilliant together. They really
And
have been.
I love the way they bomb forward.
Yes,
Anderson had a time there earlier in the game where he bombed forward, put a nice pass out to the wing, and continued into the box. And I'm like,
yep. Like what he had done against West Ham, exactly. Yep.
I'm thinking to myself, we've never been able to see
Never,
this from our potential.
never done that. Yeah.
But did you see like he bombs forward as well? Gay especially, like he
Yeah,
can
no,
he
he
can
does too.
he can play.
Yeah.
Like he can play ball.
It seems like
Eh,
these are two dudes that are now playing center back, but have had extensive playing time in other positions as they
right.
rose through the ranks. Like
And I
you,
want to give credit, by the way, to Kuyate because I said this on one of our shows earlier. The reason they can do that because they know that when they do that, they said it on the commentating too. When they do that, Kuyate will always hold for them. So that gives us that defensive solidity. So you can
yep,
get forward because you have a player who not only
yeah,
plays in the back but that understands how it works. I think that's credit to Vieira. Tactically, it's been brilliant so far.
Engine. Coyote is the engine. Do you know what I mean? I've
Yes, he
always
is.
said
Yep.
that.
Yeah, you
He's
have.
like he can like he passes it sideways. He knows how to break up the play. I thought he
Right.
was good today, and you got to realize as well he came off against Senegal with like exhaustion. He was in hospital. He was on a drip. Sorry, for
Crazy.
Senegal, not against Senegal. And he's come back here and he's played 65 minutes and put an absolute shift in. So fair
Absolutely.
play to him.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and you could see like I love the way that Vieira is able to fit guys into the needs of the system. So when he
Yes.
took out Kuyate, he brought in Luca, and Luca
Luca.
served the same purpose. When
Yes.
they bomb forward, Luca, you sit,
Yep.
and that's what you're going to be good at because we don't need you up the pitch. Because if we get caught out, you can't get back. We've got
He was,
two young center backs that can recover. You
Right.
sit, stay back.
but we didn't have that. We didn't have that.
No, not in the past. Nope, not
In
at
the
all.
past, it would have just been two center backs sitting back and Lucas sitting back, and we're keeping our fullbacks back. So now we've in essence got 5, 6 guys sitting back for us, and we have nothing in the attacking phase.
And And also, Greg, going into talking about the new signings, look at how Gallagher's playing. How Gallagher can get ahead of Benteke, and when he does,
Yep.
where's Maka? Maka's sitting in the middle. Maka's covering for him every time in the middle, and Maka's an engine back and forth, left to right, center. So the way Gallagher's playing has been able to allow us. I mean, look at the third goal. I guess he hooked up with Olise for the third goal to
Yeah.
got it in for Edward. I
The
mean,
build up to
you weren't
that was
seeing that in the
so
past.
beautiful,
Yeah,
man. The
yeah,
build up to that was so beautiful.
it
You
really
know what
was.
I will say as well? As good as Gallagher is, and he's quality, okay?
Right.
And he played at West Brom last year, and that midfield at West Brom wasn't good. He had Jake
It
Livermore
wasn't.
or Snodgrass with him, whatever.
And
Maka's talking him through the game. Maka
Yes,
is
great point.
talking him through the game, mate. He's
Absolutely.
going, Connor, go forward. Connor, come back. Connor, stay with me. This, that, the other. That's so important for a young player
really
to
is.
play alongside
Yes.
Maka and be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very good.
I think
Great point.
part of it for Maka is Maka has a player that's literally what he
He used to be.
could be or what used to be
When he was younger. Yeah,
when he was
exactly.
younger. So he's probably in those instructions. He's probably telling him exactly what he would be doing if he
Exactly.
had the
'Cause-
ability to do it.
Yep.
Get forward, go now.
Yep.
All right,
Right,
work your way back. Stay with
Right.
me. This is important here. So I think that's so important because he has a player that literally mirrors what he used to be. So he knows exactly what to be telling him to do in those
I would
situations.
like looking at Maka as well. I know we're talking about new signings, but Maka is the best pound for pound signing Palace have ever made. If you look at he's 33 years old now, and he's still an
Value.
absolute beast.
We're talking value. We're talking production, games played, contribution. I mean, Maka is going to be one. I like Maka is going to be the urban legend that is like the Mile Jedinak of the club.
I think he's there already.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
he is. I mean, he's that. I mean, he's in that realm. To me, honestly.
So
And
T, I wanna.
Go
Yeah, I'm
ahead.
sorry. I wanted to
Go
point out there's one comment I wanted to go away. The Thomas Smith makes a great comment. Incredible pass from Luca to start the move for the
Yep.
third goal too.
Yep.
Great to have him back in the team. Listen, we all know
Right.
what Luca went through with his father. I mean, terrible. Really
Yeah.
feel for him. But for him to come in, remember, the first time he's ever played under Vieira was today. His first match. To him to fit in right away, and he's right. I remember that pass as if it just happened. Great ball by Luca, and again. The options we have now. I mean, I know someone made a comment before the match in Twitter about what a bench to bring in. Bring on Luca, Edward, Olise, not bring on Hughes because you didn't have, there's no space for him. You know what I mean? It's incredible. The options are incredible.
The bench was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
brilliant.
all fits.
Yes.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when the sub happens, you know exactly what they're coming in to do. When Kouyaté went out and Luka came in, you knew exactly what Luka was coming in to do. When Edward came in for Benteke, you know what Edward's role was.
Exactly. Yep.
We're not as fans, as onlookers, as anyone that was seeing this game. We weren't having a sub, and we're putting on a central defensive midfielder, and we're all wondering, well, why
What's
is
that
he
for?
coming on?
Right.
Like, what's
But
the
also-
purpose of that sub?
But you know what, Stan? What I liked, each sub was a little different than the one they came on for. For instance, when Luca came on for Kouyaté, similar but different. As far as Luca, the long balls.
Yep.
Edward for Benteke, like I said, in the box he's a finisher. Olise for Ayu, who had a good game by the way. Olise, left-footed, cutting in younger. You know what I mean? So every sub was as good or better or just different for the team. Which what you want as a sub, as a manager, to make a difference, and they all made a difference in the game.
It did.
Absolutely.
I want to just mention a comment, Ronnie on the road about Vieira will do wonders for Mitchell. You can see it already. Roy brought him along, and he was just a left back.
Yes.
But now, bombing forward slowly, it's going to take some time. But he's looking a lot better. Even Ward as well, who's been like a traditional, right back for years and years and years. He's going forward. He's putting balls in the box.
His game. He seems like the guys that are the older, like more, I guess, like senior players to the squad. They seem like they have a new lease on life. Like they're playing a refreshed style. Like Ward looks so nimble and so fresh out there, bombing down that right side, and it's like, okay, all right, okay. It was good to see. So we talked a little bit about Gallagher, and then Edward.
What can I say, mate?
Can he? I guess the question. I mean, I guess the jury's still out. Can he score goals in the Prem?
Yeah, good question.
Can he play,
I
can he
mean,
play English football? I don't know. I mean, I feel like he might still be adjusting.
an absolute proper goal scorer. I
he
mean,
can just he
if
can
you weren't sure,
finish.
right? If you weren't sure now, you got to be sure now.
If you weren't, and I think part of me, like when he scored the first goal, I was like, holy crap, this dude might be serious.
Right.
And he scores the second goal. I'm thinking to myself, man, if I was a Celtics fan, I'm fixing my fucking stuff.
Exactly.
But you know what though? Like,
But they got plenty out of him. They got all kinds of trophies out of him, and they got the money back that they spent for him. So
for sure, this squad is so much stronger. If you look at our bench today, obviously we had him. He come on, he made a massive difference, right? JP, he didn't even make the bench.
Raksaki doesn't make the bench.
That
You
I'm
know what I mean?
surprised about. I'm surprised
Yeah,
about that.
right.
I think
Right.
I personally think he should be in there, but we can talk about that another day. We just
if you look, I mean, if you look at our bench, which I can try and pull up here quickly.
I have it. I have it.
Okay, so name off who's on our bench then.
It was Butland, Klein, Tompkins, Kelly, Hughes, Luca, Edward, and Olise.
Okay.
So my only issue would be he had three defenders, Klein, Tompkins, and Kelly, but it might have been left backs or etc. So
I mean,
you know what I mean, left back, right back.
I can't argue with that bench. Like,
No,
I get
I really
every
can't.
single choice in that bench.
I think it's a quality bench.
Yeah, if you wanted to be more attacking, maybe you take out Kelly and either
exactly and have Raksaki or Mateta. Exactly. Yep.
But the fact that we have that ability to make the choice,
Yep.
is what is so nice. And I mean, think about this, man.
Oh, you know, I realized just now.
What's
no
that?
gyro on the bench. Oh my gosh!
No
I just realized that he was actually on the cover of the program. I have it right here, and he wasn't on the bench. Wow! No gyro.
So Hughes,
oh my gosh!
So Hughes. So I mean, if we're looking at it now with how things are currently, gyro is our sixth midfield because you had the starting three plus Milivojevic and Hughes on the bench. So right now, gyro is our sixth midfielder.
You know what? I think he will get games though. Like he will get games. I think he will.
I think he will because I think we'll see him in the cup games for sure.
No, I'm wrong. Gyro was on the bench. Sorry.
Was he?
He was, yeah.
Okay,
it was looking again. Luca, Edward, Olise, Butland, Tompkins, Klein, Kelly, Hughes. Yeah, he was a night sub. Sorry.
So he had three midfielders. We had three defenders, and we had two out and out strikers. Two out
right, and a keeper.
That's
right, exactly,
a really solid bench, man.
It really is.
Really solid bench.
Very solid.
The last person was Olise. Olise came on. That was the last new player that came on.
Right.
And he didn't have a lot of time, but he had a big part in that last goal, though. In that build up to that last goal. I think he's going to be nice.
I think he's going to be great. Lovely prospect.
So, okay. So looking at this, I want to talk about a few things. Bring up a few comments I saw in the in the chat here. Let me find them. One was about the fact that. Oh, where is it? So it's a stacked midfield now. Yeah. You got Kouyaté, Maka, Luca, Eze, who hasn't even played yet.
Hasn't even played. Okay.
Gallagher, Gyro,
Hughes.
Not even just from the selection of that many options, but the quality in the options.
And by the way, they didn't mention Schlupp. That's where he plays now. I know he's injured, but
I think with this team now, I don't think Schlupp is going to probably be a midfielder for us anymore.
Where do you think he'll play then? Out wide or left back?
I think he's probably just the left side backup. He'll probably back up Wilf. He could back up Tyrick in a pinch. I think that might be his role. I mean,
makes sense.
I think Schlupp's problem is he's very, very injury prone.
Yeah.
Very, very injury prone.
And I think that's why you need to have those options ahead of him. I think that's
Yeah,
why you have him as a backup, because
big.
I think if you're playing him, if you're depending on him and you're playing him a lot, you're going to end up not having him more than you have him. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Roy's team relied on him so much as well,
and he
and
was hurt a lot with Roy.
we we were screwed when he wasn't there. But
Yep.
now reinforcements,
Yep. So
a
one thing
better
I want to
squad.
point out, saw this comment. This might be one of the first times. I'm not gonna say it's never.
Wow, what a stat!
Go
Is
on.
that right?
The
Never touch
reason
a ball
why
in the box.
the reason why I believe this is because honestly, I don't like you could have told me that Harry Kane didn't play in this game and I would have believed you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. He dropped deep a lot, and you
And
know what?
and I
Besides
think that's
besides the
where,
corner kick, yeah.
but see, that's where he got hurt. Harry Kane has been doing a lot more false nine dropping into the midfield. But the way that our midfield plays and the way that we play with our pressing, he couldn't be a factor because he didn't have time to get on the ball. We're not just going to let him get on the ball. Conor Gallagher's not just going to let Harry Kane have the ball
He's
when he
not.
drops in, turns,
Right.
and make a pass to
Right.
Mora or make a pass to Dele Alli. No, that's not happening, brother. We on your
Not a
ass.
chance. But you know what though? That team under Roy Hodgson, even with Spurs 10 men, loses 3-0.
I can't not disagree with that. You know what I mean? Like,
Because it would have just been like so rubbish. Do you know what I mean? And look, let's not slate Roy too much. He did a great job for Palace. He established us in the Premier League, but that performance, man, I waited a long time to watch that sort of football.
exactly. So I want to put this one on here and get your thoughts on this one, fellas.
It's Liverpool away.
Yep.
He scored 2 goals. If you notice, he didn't change the lineup from the West Ham result because of the 2-2. And I know it's the whole adage of you don't change a winning lineup. I put him in. I saw him, and I love Benteke. This is what I'm gonna say. I have no problem with what Vieira does. Honestly, if he starts Benteke, I would have no problem with it. If he starts Edouard, I have no problem with it. I wouldn't want to start using Edouard as a impact sub because he definitely deserves to start. But again, next week, I would have no problem if Benteke started and Edouard came on the bench and vice versa. If he starts Edouard because of 2 goals, and he would deserve it because you know what, 2 goals in 8 minutes, you deserve to play. But whatever Vieira, I would have zero problem with, honestly.
What do you say, Stan?
I would honestly, because it's Liverpool away, and they're gonna that their front three are savage, their midfield is savage. You know that there's balls going in the box, corners, etc., etc. I would stick with Benteke because he gives us more height in the box. If by some miracle we're still in the game with 20, 30 minutes to go, I'd get Edouard on because he's proved today that he can finish. But I think the time to unleash Edouard is probably 1 or 2 games down the line. Do you know what I mean? After this.
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton, mate.
Brighton Monday night. Perfect.
I think that I wouldn't have a problem with Benteke starting against Liverpool, but I think that if that's the case, that I think we need to bring Edouard on sooner.
Gotcha.
I mean, and that's like, is that a 50-40 split, 50 minutes to 40 minutes split, 60-40, 45-45, whatever.
Right.
If Edouard doesn't start, I think he needs to come on sooner.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had my choice, I'd start Edouard. Just because of the fact that against a team like Liverpool, for us to really have a chance, we're gonna have to get them on the back foot. And Edouard only needs one chance.
He's proved that today, doesn't he? Yeah.
I mean, let's be 100%.
He does.
Two touches.
Let's be 100% honest. As much as we love Benteke and appreciate his service to the club, he's going to need multiple chances to probably get that one goal to possibly go. And against a team like Liverpool, Edouard needs that one. I
would say so, but I'm telling you, Palace fans, do not write off Benteke just yet.
No.
Don't agree. Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's going to play such a big part in this system. We've got him for 2 more seasons, and believe me, he's pivotal in what we're going to do.
And you know what? Mark my words on this one. You do not be surprised if there are certain games where you see us go 3 at the back, and we go 2 up top.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Edward and Benteke up top. I would
Yeah, but
think.
with more mobile wing backs, they're gonna have Klein. You have to have Klein at one of the spots with Mitchell. You
Yeah.
can't have Ward as a wing back. But I agree with you, T. I
Yeah.
like that idea, by the way. I like that idea a lot.
Wouldn't be surprised to see it at all. So we got my man Nick popping in. We want to get him on and say what's up to him really quickly.
Nick who? Nick who? Is this? Oh, he's off. Ah, he's gone.
Let me see. I think he had.
I scared him away. Oh, he's back.
There he is.
Hey,
Yes,
I've
Nick.
literally just walked in. How good was that, eh?
Nick, you know what,
That
man?
was
I'm gonna start thinking it's not
phenomenal.
cheering hard enough if you don't get on here with a hoarse voice next time.
Exactly.
Oh, I am a bit. I listened to you in the car all the way home. You're much better than 5 Live and all the other things. It's good having
Cheers,
really
man.
biased. The people around me, we were saying it's not Palace. This isn't watching Palace, but it is. It's so good. It was just so different.
What are we watching right now?
Spurs
Who's team out there in our jersey?
It's Patrick Vieira's team. We've got
Exactly.
every player. I cannot pick a man of the match. When was the last time we've said that?
That's actually the next thing we're gonna get into too. So I'm actually
Yeah.
really excited to hear that.
You know,
So Nick, so give me your opinion on for you. I mean, not necessarily. I understand that probably a lot of people were feeling a certain way, but from what you were watching from minute 1 to full time, like, what is your true feeling of what you're seeing out there?
we looked like a complete team, and we're not even there yet. There are things that need ironing out. Ward's passing was very iffy. He gave the ball away quite a lot. Other than that, no, Mitchell getting forwards. Maka had the best game I've seen him play for a very, very, very long time. One of you said earlier, it's like he's been rejuvenated. And I've spoken to a couple of Tottenham fans since the game ended. They're blaming the ref. They're saying that Wilf should have been sent off. They're saying they've got players missing. But actually, we stopped them from playing. We didn't give them a chance.
Eggs.
I mean, how many shots did they have? 2?
They had
One was
two. We had
straight
eight.
at Gaeta.
I think they
We
only
had
had
18.
Did they have one on target? Did they have any on target?
Yeah, it was straight at Gaeta.
Yes, they had one on target.
Nick, what should Wilf have been sent off for? Like, in light of like,
No.
For being Wilf, right?
Tanganga didn't get a red card that first time.
listen,
But that was the other side of the pitch to me. What happened there? He should have gone. Wilf should have kept away there because he's got himself a yellow card unnecessarily.
All right, so you didn't see it. So you didn't see it, Nick. What happened was, Mora goes. You know, it was just a regular tackle, and Wolf doesn't want to knock the ball out. Why should he? It was a head injury. Wolf continues. Tanganga basically rugby tackles him, and then grabs Wolf. So Wolf got upset. So Wolf got in his face and got back in. But Tanganga started the whole incident. I don't know what people want Wolf to do in that situation. Cower to the floor? I mean, nah. That was all Tanganga. Deserved the yellow card, and you know what? Don't have to get a card. 4 minutes later, he deserved the red card for me.
you know what? That was experience. I've said it before. It was shithousery experience. Do you know what I mean? Top players should always have that in them. He wound him up. 2 minutes later, Tanganga's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, there you go.
T's got a 1-year-old with him, mate, with that language.
Oh, he's out of the room now. We're good.
Oh, he's out of the room? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I won't drop it this evening. No, but
I wanted to get to
just-
this, fellas, because I feel like it's going to be a lot of possible choices for this. But let's start with who you all felt was your man of the match for this game. We'll start with you, Nick.
Man of the match for this game was possibly Anderson, because
Like
the Tottenham forwards did not have it. There was a moment in the first half where Anderson was by the opposition's corner flag.
Yeah.
What was he doing there? Helping us out.
Yep.
He was vocal throughout. I don't think he missed a header. and he was just so composed, and he was the glue that held the back together. Harry Kane was invisible in that game, and that's down to Anderson and Gay. And I'm just going to give it to Anderson above him because he just really stood out at the back for me. But he's equal with lots and lots of others. If I was going to choose somebody else, possibly Mitchell, just for the role he played, cutting outside Wilf and giving Wilf that other option. Wilf, he's not passed the ball that often for a long, long, long time. He actually seemed to be part of a team rather than give it to Wilf, let him do everything. I bought tickets for Liverpool. I'm so excited. I was excited just to go to Anfield. I'm excited to see us again.
Patrick,
I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing.
Who you got, Pat?
You're right, T. There's a lot of choices, and but I'm gonna go with Wilf. We did that show in a week.
Damn, I can't go with him now.
Yeah, everyone giving Will stick. Well, Stan brings it out. Got 10 Ganga sent off. Steps up, by the way, scores a penalty kick. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm a little nervous, but absolute brilliant penalty kick. Had an assist. Had about 50 take-ons. Took Royale to breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. Ate him up today. It was brilliant. He was brilliant today.
He paid for all his meals today, baby.
I thought Wilf was brilliant today, and I always get upset people want to get down on Wilf and what's wrong with Wilf, blah blah blah. No, Wilf is our key player. Played brilliant today. Wilf to me, man of the match. And again, there were a lot of choices. I think Anderson's a great choice. Mitchell, Guehi, Edward for the 8 minutes he was on for. But now I'm going with Wilf. I'm gonna go with Wilf.
Right on. Stan, who you got?
So I was gonna go with Wilf as well.
Sorry.
No worries, mate. I just want to repeat like what a professional performance it was from him. How people are like, he don't want to be here, he's not interested. We were on the other show the other week, Patrick. This week actually with DR.
Yeah,
and we were getting like dogs abuse in the comments from some people, and they were like, we should have sold him for 70 million and got James McCarthy and Cenk Tosun, and do you know what I mean?
Don't get
so
it.
we give it to him. But if I've got to choose another man of the match, you know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball in. I'm gonna go Maka.
You know what? I don't think that's as much of a curveball as you think. Like, first of all, Ronnie on the road agrees with you. He played the perfect captain's role today.
Brilliant.
We talked about the fact that of how he was, helping direct and work with Connor throughout the match. So I can understand that. I mean, it was, but see, that's the thing. When you have that type of quality of performance, you can have so many different people that you feel that multiple people will feel are deserving of
exactly
the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes Vieira man of the match.
You know what? We were that good today that not even John Moss could ruin it for us.
They had great points.
You know
there.
What? I'll give credit where credit was due. John Moss officiated a very good match today because Tottenham was trying to fly all over the fucking pitch. Whether it was Mora, whether it was Dele Alli, whether it was Harry Kane, and John Moss is like, nope, I'm not letting that fly. Get your ass up, keep playing.
Tottenham were lightweight today.
Yeah. I disagree. Listen, I respect UT, but you know what? In the first half, he gave every 50-50. He gave the foul to Spurs the first half. He just did. When it turned with the Tanganga foul on Wilf and the 2 yellow cards. After that, he was much better. But before that, I thought he would make. Remember they changed. They wanted to change it this year and have it a little bit more free flowing. He would call everything. Every time Moore went down or Kane went down, he was given a foul. Now I've never been a John Moss fan. I don't like him. I hate him. But anyway,
I think somebody said something to him at some point. It's like, yo, look at these guys. They're just
that could have been it.
Down.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Actually look at what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Coyote said that to him. He went, these guys are just, it's literally,
Yeah.
I don't like John Moss. I never have. I don't think he's a good referee at all. But even he couldn't ruin it for us today. He had to give the penno. You know what I mean? Like, what can we say?
So
were you worried at all? Sorry, were you worried at all that it was going to end up 0-0? Because I did have that feeling.
Yeah.
Until the goal went in, I thought it was going to be one of those days.
That game started,
but I wouldn't have been bothered because we were so good.
Yeah. I would say I was a little bit worried. Just like the way the game started, it was really, really scrappy, very, very back and forth. But like it was still very high energy, but there was no chances at all, really. it made you feel like, okay, this just might be one of those drag out games where there's no scoring going on. It's just a fight in the midfield. You know, a lot of fouls, a lot of cards eventually, and no scores. But you know, I think we were able to right that ship, and I think that's a credit to Patrick Vieira because he makes adjustments.
100%.
He sees the game, and that's you can tell like that's why he was so great as a player at Arsenal. He
Exactly.
literally he sees the game happening in front of him and sees what needs to be done, what needs to be changed, and how it needs to be done.
But you know what, though? I agree with Nick there, where it was, were you worried, obviously, about it being 0-0? A little bit. But I went upstairs at half-time to make a coffee, and I was like, we've been excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, we've been excellent, and they're a decent side.
Yeah.
You could say that, yeah.
Top of the league.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I at halftime, I said to myself, man, we're better than them. And I don't know how many times in the first half I've been able to say that about our team. But we were better than them.
Much better.
Well,
much
the stats
better.
that Patrick gave out earlier are testament to that. And I've never seen Tottenham fans so quiet at Selhurst. They were stunned, absolutely stunned by how well we played.
And,
I
Nick,
I think we were stunned as well.
I like the chance. Patrick Vieira, he's one more than you.
Exactly. And Nick, credit to you guys at Selhurst. On TV, came across fantastically loud.
My God,
it was brilliant to listen to.
Constant.
Yeah, rocking.
One
It
chant
was
to
rocking.
another chant to straight noise.
Yep.
To the,
fantastic.
It was
Even Gallagher had the chant I heard, right? Gallagher had the chant I heard at the end?
Right at the end,
Yep. So that was nice. Brilliant.
Well, look, guys, I've got to head off. Just pray for me next week because DR is driving me up to Liverpool. So wish me all the best.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Nick, man. Thanks so much,
Nick.
buddy.
All right, Nick. Take care, buddy.
Thanks for
Cheers,
your show.
Cheers, mate.
T, who's your man of the match? Did you say one?
So my man of the match, if we really just had the choice of not having to pick different players, it would be Will.
Okay.
And a lot of it is because
great choice, by the way.
It was a captain's performance in a lot of ways for him. It was the performance that you want to see from a guy of his caliber.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it to me, like I'm big on matchups and redemptions. And this was the game for Wilf to step up and do what he did today. He's never scored against Tottenham.
Yep.
You know, in a lot of sense, for a lot of people, they say, well, he never plays well against. He's never had a good game against Tottenham. So it started with him stepping up and taking that penalty because who was on the pitch when he decided to step up and take that penalty?
Yeah, Luka. Captain Luka.
Milivojevic was on the pitch. But Wilf stepped up and took that. And he took it with all kinds of grace and poise.
So real quick, serious respect to Luka. People want to disrespect Luka. Couple of things. When he came on the pitch, he didn't ask for the armband from Maka. Maka kept the armband. That's one. And second thing, T, what you just said, he's the captain of the team, and he deferred to Wilf. He knew we won't take most captain. No, and I'm taking it, blah blah. So credit to Luka, man. He could have just said, you know what? No, it's me, blah blah blah. No, Wilf, you've taken him before. I'm new on the pitch. You want to take it? You're confident? Take the kick. Listen, man. Mad respect for Luka tonight. Really, mad respect for Luka.
And at the same time, it makes me wonder what the setup is really with this team. Is Luka the captain still?
He's club captain. He is the club captain. I think Maka is captain on the field.
He's the vice
now.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, definitely shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is Patrick Vieira probably said in the change room before the game when he said the formation, he probably went Wilf penalties, right?
Probably. No arguing. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But I mean, if you go back to the time when Wilf actually started getting the opportunity to take penalties, he hasn't missed one yet.
Right.
He's proven why he should be the one taking those, and
which is weird though, because to me he's not a great set piece taker. Like just thinking about Wilf as a player, you think about him to strike the ball really well, but as far as confidence level wise, he's good. But as far as striking the ball, I'm shocked he's so good at it. I'm happy, but I'm really shocked. This is like whatever his 12th year in the league, and he's never really taken penalties until now. Which is until last season. Sorry. So
part of it, I wonder is if it's the manager's confidence in him and say, "Hey, Wolf, I
Great
want you to start.
point.
I want you to
Yep.
start at least repping this. Let's start repping."
Well, again, so credit to Hudson because he did it last year. So Hudson's the one
Yeah.
that first let him do it. So credit to Hudson on that. So yeah, good point.
So he's
sure.
been really quality at doing that. So if you think about it, all the guys in the Premier League that have those really high goal scoring tallies are the guys
Take
that are
penalties.
taking penalties too.
Yes,
So you talk about
exactly.
a guy who like Wilf, who can get you 10 goals in a season without penalties. With penalties, we may see him push the 20 mark. With
20 goals, another 20 goal scorer, Stan. Look at that.
I'm just saying. But so Wilf would have been, and along with his assists and
We're
overall
talking about
performance.
there's no goals in this team. We're
Yeah,
going down.
none. They were
But
going
I'll
down.
pick
No
Edward.
chance.
I'll pick Edward. I'll
Oh,
go a different way and I'll pick
there you
Edward.
go.
Because if you want to talk about instant impact, if you want to talk about silencing the doubts and
The
putting the
Dowders,
pundits
yeah.
to shame about whether or not he was a good buy, whether or
Hmm.
not he could score goals in the Premier League, whether or not he was assertive enough or he had the right attitude to be a good Premier League striker. It's
Gonna do,
just like it's like step on the pitch and just
prove everyone wrong. Exactly right.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Just
I
get him in the right positions and he's there. Guys,
And he's
I've
gone.
got to shoot off.
No
all
problem.
right, bro. All
All right,
Up the
Stan. Great talking to you,
Palace.
mate. Up the
Great
Palace,
talking to you
mate.
guys. Up the
right, man.
Palace.
Take it
Cheers.
Take
easy.
care.
Bye. Bye.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We got about maybe 5 minutes left, but Pat. So just quickly looking forward to what's to come next week with Liverpool.
Liverpool, right?
What do you think is necessary? If you say one thing that's necessary for us to do or to prepare for or to change for that game, what is it?
I would say that what I'm really liking is the time that Vieira spent during the international break. You can tell that really helped with just the way we play. I'm loving the way we're playing more and more and more. Obviously, Liverpool's a different level.
Yeah,
Not that Tottenham aren't a good team because obviously they are. West Ham away is a good, but historically, well, at least of late, we've been terrible against them. They've embarrassed us. I mean,
yeah.
7-0. So what I
Yeah,
like to
7-0,
see is, right, go out there with some confidence. But again, different players, different set of players, which is going to be good. I'd go out with the same lineup. Honestly, I wouldn't really change anything. If he changes anything, if he brings in Olise, let's say, or he brings on Edward, I'd have no problem. If he even brings Hughes in midfield for Kiyate, let's just say, or Luca, no problem. I totally trust what Villa's going to do. Go out there next week and give it a go. I don't want to sit back. I'm not saying I want to attack. I'm saying that let's respect Liverpool, but have them respect us too, because we can play. We've proven it in the last 2 matches against 2 quality sides, both top of the league at the time, that we can play. I'm not going to predict a 4-0 away win to Liverpool, but let's go out there and if we can get a 1-1 draw. You know what I mean? We can do it. I think Liverpool are the kind of team that, as good as they are, we can play with them. Meaning, get a result. I'm not saying beat them 5-0. I'm saying we can go out there. We've done it in the past, previous to even Hodgson, and gotten results up there. Let's go out there, respect the opponent, but don't fear them, and see what happens.
So fans out there,
Oracle.
The Oracle has spoken. 1-1 on the
1-1
road
next week.
next week. We'll see, and then that will put us in what? That'll be 4 games unbeaten.
That'll be 4.
4 games unbeaten and 6 from the last 4. Okay, I'll take that for sure. I mean, I think.
News flash. There was
What?
no goal scored in Premier League. United just scored. Guess who just scored his first goal for Man United? Yeah. Can't believe it.
The GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo.
A tap in after a shot. A shot by that's I can't even see who that is. A shot parried. He scored from 3 yards. I would have scored that goal, but you know what? He's the greatest player of all time apparently, so I'm not gonna say anything. But 1-0 United.
Hey man,
I'm not a Cristiano fan, by the way. I'm a Messi guy, but whatever.
He's GOAT, man. GOAT.
Messi's the GOAT. Messi's the GOAT. But of course he scores though. Oh my god. Anyway,
I would say looking into the thing that bodes well for us, and it makes me think about that one replay that against Liverpool. It's always made the rounds where we played out of the back. That one time under Roy,
that brilliant goal.
back,
Yeah, with Townsend. Yeah, exactly.
And I know how much better of a team we are than we were then, and the way that we play. It helps me feel a lot more confident before us against their high press with dealing with it.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, what we're going to see from them on Saturday is what we see from ourselves in training every single day.
Right.
So I think that's good for us. I think that bodes well for us. Now, just the quality of opponent is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
point.
they are a extremely polished and quality side, and we're going to have to be at the top of our game to come out and put on a good performance. But I think we need to just be consistent and do what we've been doing. Honestly, the way we came out against West Ham, who's one of the hottest teams in the Premier League at the time we played them. Yeah, like West Ham was undefeated, top of the league. Um, Brentford was playing really well.
All right.
Tottenham, top of the league.
Top
We just
league.
need to. I think we need to be consistent with what we've been doing. We need to keep on implementing our system, moving the ball, um, playing good football. I think that we can see a good result. I'm gonna go with the Oracle. I'm gonna go 1-1, and I'm gonna ride with the Oracle on this
And
one.
I just noticed they're playing Milan Wednesday in the Champions League. So
So
take it
that
for its
gives
worth.
us,
That can't hurt us. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That can't
that
hurt
can't
us.
hurt us.
So
That means they have to have some significant squad rotation.
exactly, which
Probably.
they can do obviously because they're Liverpool. But yeah, I mean,
Right. Okay. Well, cool, man. Well,
so
hey, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this day and
absolutely
be glad in it. Be glad all over.
glad all over. Oh, what a day! What a day! Fantastic result. Fantastic result. Couldn't be any happier.
Absolutely. But shout out to everybody that's taking the opportunity to join us today. I think we've
Yes,
got
thank you. We really
eyes.
appreciate it.
We got
Like,
as high as
subscribe, as
like
DR would
80
say.
live. Yeah, like,
Like, subscribe.
subscribe, comment when we put it up on YouTube. Shout out to everybody out there, all the Crystal Palace fans. 3-0 Crystal Palace at home against Tottenham. Looking forward to next week. And as always and forever, up the Palace.
Eagles.